Hello everyone, we're back. Hope everybody's doing well today. I'm good. Listen, God say, what do you feel? What do you feel? There are many opinions around you. Some are helpful, but others are distracting you from your truth. Although it can be helpful to hear the thoughts of others, when it all comes down to it, you will have to come up with your own decision. Do you know how unique you are? How your path is your path to be chosen, lived, and created only by you? Someone else cannot become the source of your decision making without there being negative repercussions for both of you in the long run. This oracle comes to you because you have become swept up in thinking things through. You have become swept up in thinking things through. You've been thinking about which way to go with a matter of importance, and you have got a bit stuck in the logic of the decision-making process. Sometimes we have to accept that any path is a path forward, and if it is not the best path, we can change our approach later on if needed. We are slightly, if we are slightly off base with a decision, life will often shift and move to guide us back on track. We do not have to be perfect. In fact, there is rarely ever a perfect choice to be made. Just some choices that feel more heart-honoring than others. Sometimes we can only really know in hindsight if we made the best choice possible in that moment. At the time of decision making, we only really have our internal wisdom to rely on, and that is all that we need. There is no need to punish or traumatize yourself with possible choices. Just making a choice will set things in motion. The best way to catalyze the situation you're in and bring about healing change, stimulate your creative juices, and find a more inspired, energized, and enjoyable approach to life is just to make a choice based on what you feel right now. Not based on anyone else's feelings, just yours. So ask yourself, what do I feel right now? And go from there. If you cannot relate to the need to make a choice between two or more clear alternatives, then this oracle brings you this message. You're at a crossroads in your journey. And the choices you make at this time, even simply choosing to do things a little differently, without much drama associated with the decision, are powerful triggers for some great magic to enter into your life. Take a different approach to something. Be open to that which makes you feel uncomfortable, but could be exciting and interesting. Even small adventures will yield big rewards right now. It matters less that you do the most wonderful thing ever, okay? So that's not what matters. It matters less that you do the most wonderful thing ever. That's too much pressure. And more than you simply take an action from your heart. Just take the action from the heart. Open up to the creative magic of life and don't worry about how it's all going to work out. The bigger creative flow of life is sorting out all the details And you are not immune to that plan. The bigger creative flow of life is sorting out all the details, and you are not immune to that plan. In fact, you are a natural part of it. So just spend some time with your own feelings and know that all is going to work out perfectly. Let's just take a moment and breathe that in. All is going to work out perfectly when you make a decision from the heart based on what you want and not what others want. You are unique. Your path is your path. It's for you to choose, for you to live, for you to create, and can only be done by you. Nobody else was ever meant to have the decision-making power in your life. That's between you and the Holy Spirit within you, that's leading you and guiding you. It's all going to work out perfectly. And clarifying that, we have rushing blocks. The ability, it says rushing blocks the ability for time to tell you who this person is. Rushing blocks the ability. Rushing blocks the ability for time to tell you who this person really is. So you got somebody in your life who you were rushing to make decisions with, rushing to allow them in your life, and God is telling you that rushing blocked you from having the ability to give yourself time to tell you who this person is. You know how they say time will tell? Time will tell. Rushing, though, blocked it. Rushing blocked time from telling you who this person is. And we have to take responsibility for that. We have to take responsibility for that. Your choices shape your path. Growth begins when you can own your actions. This is your turning point. As soon as you can own those actions, your point starts to turn. Things start to rearrange, according to what you now understand. Oh, I rushed into that. I sure did. I did. I was anxious for nothing. I rushed right into it. Okay? I need to switch that out. And that's the beginning of switching it out. Is being able to be honest with yourself. Recognizing, taking ownership. You know what? It was my choice that shaped my path to... I made a choice. And therefore, I ended up in this way due to my choices. Yeah. And from there, you can choose to do something different. And just in taking responsibility, you're growing. We have restoration. We have the 4 swords, 4 pentacles, and the 3 of swords. So the 4 swords is restoration. It says, take the time. We're talking about how rushing blocks time from telling us who people are. We didn't give it enough time. Take this time to withdraw and recharge. Healing happens in stillness. Recuperation, rest, rejuvenate. And then you have Yeah. Yeah. Look like you decided, I'm going to take some time. Close up shop. Turn the light out. Okay? Let me take some time to think about this next decision. My next actions. What I want to do, what I need to do, what I can't afford to do. Take time. Take it. And then with Four of Pentacles, it says hoarding, clinging to control, possessions, or routines. May be rooted in insecurity, possessive, a miser, saving, conserving. And then we have heartbreak with it. So yeah, they were holding back in the relationship. You had to recuperate. You had to recuperate from it. It was not good. Okay? God had to heal you. Okay? Like you know what I mean? Like right before Jesus rose from the dead. In the tomb. Contemplating. Okay, let me take some responsibility so I can do something different, because this ain't working for me. Heartbreak. Hoarding. Being possessive. Being a miser. Rumpelstiltskin. That's who that is. And due to them holding back, you know, it's causing sadness, you know what I mean, endings, betrayal, because, you know, you can't have a relationship. That just looked like a picture of a broken heart. You cannot have a relationship with that kind of person. Yeah. So you had to grieve it. You had to grieve it. You had to rest. You had to sit down somewhere. There was betrayal. You're suffering from emotional pain, whether from heartbreak, betrayal, or facing a hard truth. See, you had to take the time to face the hard truth. This person is possessive. They are a miser. Okay? They stingy. And that broke your heart. Because you know that that's not how you run relationship. That's not a real relationship. That's not a rich relationship. That's not a rich relationship. Probably transactional. Okay? Tit for tat. I gave you that. Give me that back. In a different way type of, you know, thing. This is not real love. So now that you have admitted to yourself, got with yourself, rested, give yourself time to think. What is it that I want? Okay, what else do I want? We got text me back and drama magnet. Okay, I have to take responsibilities. You're waiting for a reply. The silence feels intentional. The lack of response becomes its own message. And then we have drama magnet. Chaos gravitates towards you. Messy energy follows. Protect your emotional space. Yeah. Thank God you did it. You did that just in time. So now you can take responsibility. Okay. You can see if this is something you want to give your time to. You know what? Might not. You know that they're a drama magnet. I'm not answering. Ain't gonna get nothing out of it anyway, cause it ain't no real relationship. Ain't gonna get nothing out of it anyway. Besides, you gonna need to recuperate when it's over. Okay, you're gonna be so drained. Yeah, because they're a money magnet. I mean, not a money magnet. They're a drama magnet. Might be drawn to you because of your money. With them being, such a hoarder. Okay, they can't never get enough. Always need another penny. Saving theirs to spend yours. Yeah. So that's a no. No, we will not be texting back. We already know what you draw towards you. We don't need no chaos. We're not looking for nothing messy. And we definitely are, protecting our emotional space, okay? After all this, we definitely protecting ourselves. Okay? It says, the light of day is shining your way. The darkness fading away. The darkness is fading away, and the true light is already blazing. The darkness is fading away, and the true light is already blazing. And you are that light. So we got here. First, let's look at what we got first. 3 of Wands, 5 of Wands, Ace of Wands. Okay? Y'all, when I first started looking at this, looking at the board and what was all out here, I was hearing every knee shall bow and every tongue gonna confess that Jesus is Lord in my life. In my life, over my life. But when this is all said and done, when God get finished showing up and showing out, oh yeah, every knee gonna bow. Every tongue gonna confess. When they get finished seeing this progress, every knee gonna bow, every tongue gonna confess that Jesus is Lord of my life, okay? Of my life. That true light is gonna be seen. Undeniable. Undeniable. That true light already blazing. True light already blazing. We got the Knight of Cups. Look here. There you go. True light already blazing. Ooh-wee. God done gave you that invitation. Okay, you done went through all that initiation. Here God is giving you that invitation. With rewards, with benefits. Okay? New job with benefits. Let's go out here and mother this land. Okay? Let's go out here and influence this land. Let's go out here and invite this land into a new beginning. Okay? Where there is no fighting, no disagreement, not to this extent. You walked away from all of that so that you could progress, because this was blocking. Yeah. All that bickering, fighting, arguing, rivalry, this and that. Yeah. Yeah. God intervened. Made a way out of no way. Gave you an offer. You made your offer. You couldn't refuse. To what? Be who you are in all of your glory. Be who you are. Celebrate like you've been called here to celebrate. Do it big. Party. Celebrate. Come on. Every day having a good time. Every day setting the atmosphere. Every day doing something to where things are your way, the way you want them to be. What does those rewards look like to you? What does influencing look like to you? What does being inviting and hospitable look like to you? What do new beginnings look like to you? Not having all of these unnecessary disagreements is what, not being blocked from making progress or frustrated due to a lack of progress. House divided against itself can't stand. So yeah, we're leaving that. We're taking that new beginning. Oh yeah, we're taking that new beginning. Let them have them blockages. Due to a lack of cooperation. The darkness is fading away. Okay? The darkness is fading away. And the true light, just lit with confidence and charisma and independence and magnetism. Your magnetic energy attracts admiration and opportunities. Step into your power. And your power is in being secure in who you are. Step into your power. Being secure in who you are. Who you know you are. Who you've always been you are. Yeah. Yeah. An idealistic offer is being presented, whether in love, creativity, or new opportunities. Okay? It's God being chivalrous. Girl, I got something for you. Come over here. I got a perfect spot. I know right where you'll be perfect at. You can be yourself. Yeah. No misunderstandings. Yeah, no more of that. You're at the threshold of a new venture. Okay? Your passion. Why are you so passionate? Because your passion is the key to unlocking what's next. That's why. You know what I'm saying? In order to have, okay, let me break it down. Might help you to understand. And even when you make it love in the natural, you cannot do that right. You can't. You're not gonna be successful fighting, disagreeing. Just to be disagreeing, just bickering, fighting. That's what this energy is. Bickering, fighting, fussing. Okay, whining, complaining, being difficult. Everybody want to be the boss. And ain't none of these people leaders. Okay. New beginning, you gotta have the passion. You gotta have that desire. That desire to cooperate. Cooperate. Okay? With God. Cooperate. In order to give birth, inspiration, it comes from that passion. The same passion that you use when you're making love. And you want to conceive, you want there to be a conception, you got to have a lot of passion, right? So that we have seed to sow. Passion. So whatever you're doing, be passionate about it. And don't worry about what other people, got to say about it. Arguments, opposition, misunderstandings lead to heated debates. Why? Clashing perspectives create further discord. Yeah. Anyway, God comes through. Helps you out with that. Gives you a breakthrough. Okay, so you got a new beginning. This is the old. Get ready to do the new. And doing the new is doing you. Doing the new is doing you. How you see fit. Without Okay? And recovery. Sharing. Yeah. Doing you. Talking about it. Talking about the healing and the recovery that you have received as a result of accepting the invitation to be yourself. Even though people don't like it. You know, even though people got a issue with it. This issue, that issue, another issue. Even though you still dare to believe that, you know what I mean, God loves me. God loves me. Okay? And all he wants me to do is share myself, share who I am with him and with this world. That's a reward in and of itself, that I get to do this. Instead of being fooled up with that drama magnet. Instead of being fooled up with that. Yeah, I get to rest. Relax, be restored. Look at her, sitting on her throne. Chilling like a villain. Chilling like a villain. Yes, we sharing now. This may be a signal, a willingness to share more. Resources, your feelings, your space. Openness. As you move through the heartache, you find meaning in the experience. Okay? You find meaning in the experience, and now you're able to share that experience and the meaning that you found in it. Yes. Yeah. I think that you're going to be attracting these rewards towards you. Your magnetic energy, just by you being who you are, right? Your magnetic self. Your magnetic energy attracts admiration. People are going to admire you just for, you know what I'm saying, daring to be who you are. Just for you daring to be who you are. And comfortable in your own skin too. That is going to attract admiration and opportunities. So get ready to step into your power is what it's saying. Celebrate yourself. Okay? And all that you've achieved. Your desires are aligned with reality. Your desires are aligned. Okay? What you want wants you. What you want, God wanted for you. He wanted too. Wishes coming true, yes. Plenty. Okay? Satisfaction. Plenty and satisfaction. Looking like a kept woman to me. The true light is already blazing, okay? The darkness has faded. The darkness has faded. Looking good, girl. Okay, see you in the next one.